In this example, we will be looking at a for loop with a sentinel value. The subgoals for evaluating a loop are 1. Diagram which statements go together. 2. Determine the start condition. 3. Determine the termination condition. 4. Trace the loop. For every iteration of the loop, write down the values. We are given the following code and asked, what is the output if the user enters the values 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and -1. For subgoal 1, we diagram which statements go together. In this case, the for loop has curly braces, so it is easy to see which statements go together. For subgoal 2, we determine the start condition. Looking at the first expression of the for loop, we see that m is equal to 0. Another control variable is score. Score is read in as the first value entered by the user, 10. And good scores is also initialized at 0. For subgoal 3, we determine the termination condition. The loop will terminate when we reach the for loop test and m is greater than or equal to 5, or when score is less than 0. For subgoal 4, we trace the loop. We begin when m is 0, score is 10, and good scores is 0. M is less than 5, and score is greater than 0, so we go into the loop. 10 is not greater than or equal to 20, so we read in the next value from the user, 15. M is incremented to 1. The value of m, 1, is less than 5, and the value of score, 15, is greater than 0, so we go into the loop. 15 is not greater than or equal to 20, so we read in the next value from the user, 20. We increment m from 1 to 2. The value of m, 2, is less than 5, and the value of score, 20, is greater than 0, so we go into the loop. The value of score, 20, is equal to 20, so we increment good scores by 1. We read in the next value, 25. M is incremented to 3. 3 is less than 5, and the value of score, 25, is greater than 0, so we go into the loop. 25 is greater than 20, so we increment good scores to 2. We read in the next value, 30. M is incremented to 4. 4 is less than 5, and 30 is greater than 0, so we go into the loop. 30 is greater than or equal to 20, so good scores is incremented to 3. We read in the next value, 35. M is incremented by 1 to 5. M is now 5, which is not less than 5, so we terminate the loop. We now print out the number of good scores, which is 3.